been a lot of surprises taking place here at PWI. For instance, we've seen the entrance of Johnny Lee as a manager here in PWI. We've seen a lot of new wrestlers coming into the organization. For instance, Heavy Construction, not to mention many others. A lot of different types of activities that we wouldn't really expect. You know, changes as far as outfits, different attire, different masks that people have worn, different wrestlers teaming up with managers and other wrestlers. You know, for instance, the team of Quicksilver, Billy Joe Eaton, for a while when Diamond Dan was out, that was a surprise.
Eaton Fire.
As you so called it, exactly.
I'm still waiting for Fire and Rice.
And we're waiting to fire you, Dallas. But speaking of Dallas, another one, you know, you went from your purple feathers to now the cowboy, you know, the wild Texan look.
Purple?
You know,
wait a minute.
It was kind of
Wait a minute. I think you need these.
No, glasses
black and white is what I wore.
Seems like it had some purple writing on it.
Nope. Black and white. It was silver.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of the Heartthrob.
Oh, you know, you could get.
And look at this surprise on your finger.
Yeah.
Almost got married to the three.
Who?
Is that what it is?
Got married.
To the other three aces. That's on your wedding finger. Well,
wedding finger.
Isn't that the finger that you wear your wedding on?
I don't know.
That's the way most people do it.
It's ring finger.
But nothing surprises me from you, Dallas. But as we were talking about surprises, I think the one that our fans probably enjoyed the most and really got a kick out of would be the entrance of Batman and Robin into wrestling.
Oh, that was just terrific.
You know, I'm sure you remember that quite well, Dallas.
That was terrific.
Where you agreed to wrestle any team that would come before you, and you drew your names out of the hat.
Well, I'm not going to let it worry me because right now I'm one half of the champions, and that silly commissioner, he's gone. So, then why worry about it? But that Batman and Robin thing, that just shows how low. They should have got the cheap victory because that was cheap. Couldn't even come out and say who they are. They got to go under Batman and Robin.
I don't know if those guys can really go undercover where no one recognized them, but let's take a look here at Batman and Robin and see if we do recognize the true men beneath those masks.
Gonna defend their title.
The real deal. Pull out our opponents.
Here we have the team.
Batman and Robin? Who is Batman and Robin? Who's Batman and Robin? I don't know. Who is Batman and Robin?
They have pulled the name.
I don't care who they are. Right here, right now, we'll put the belts on the line because I'm not getting stripped of these belts. There's no team in PWI that can take out the James boys. Bring them on. Bring them on. Right now. You heard it. The Cape Crusaders themselves against the James boys.
And right now, the James boys are making good on the commissioner's demand to meet somebody in the ring. And hear that. This is Batman and Robin. Boy, as Dallas James got it in store for him today. He said he wasn't going to wrestle Rollins and Cousin Bubba.
Big Farmers, that's Big Rig Rollins and Cousin Bubba. I'm not wrestling them. It's supposed to be Batman and Robin. They can't wrestle us no more. Another shot. They don't get another shot. No.
It looks like Batman and Robin to me, guys. They don't get another shot. Well, this isn't Rollins and Bubba. This is Batman and Robin. Looks like this team wasn't talking to Commissioner Sandora. They were talking to Commissioner Gordon, and they brought him in from Gotham City, the team of Batman and Robin there. They've won the draw, the pick from the hat.
You've got to wrestle.
There you hear Richard Crow telling them.
You have to wrestle Batman and Robin.
They made their bed now. They got to sleep in it. PWI fans, we're in for a big one now.
If you don't wrestle,
looks like we're going to shove aside that match of the Bounty Hunter and Lightning Rod to see the defense of the PWI Tag Team Championship. Last week you saw it. Well, you can just listen to Dallas James out there. Look at him go crazy. Boy, does this do my heart good to see this happen.
Now, fans, it's time to look at the big match so far
this year. And it has to go back at all times to our defending champion, the man who has put the belt on the line and faced all oncomers, and that is Bobo Brazil Jr. You could really run them down because they're all feature matches, main events. Bobo taking on superstar TJ Power. He's defended against the Bounty Hunter, Dallas's partner. He's defended against the Dice Man. I remember seeing Dice Man in a match in St. Louis. Man, it was a brutal match. Just Bobo just barely getting out with the famous headbutt, being able to pull out the title there. But time after time, Bobo has defended the title here in the PWI, been willing to take on all comers until this last match that we're going to be looking at here, probably the most brutal and the one that caught Bobo most by surprise, was when one of our co-hosts here and his cohorts, the Four Aces, all came out during the title match and surrounded the ring. Dallas, could you maybe help us recapture this memory before we go to this on tape?
You know, I'm not sure I agree with you when you say he is constantly, or whatever that word was, defending that title. Now, granted, he is defending the title time in and time out.
He's a
again and again
champion.
and again and again. I'll give him that. But how many times has he faced these opponents? He's wrestled the Bounty Hunter. He's wrestled TJ. He's wrestled the Snake Man. He's wrestled El Diablo. He's wrestled Heartthrob. Just to name a few. But has he wrestled them 2 or 3 times? Has he gave them a rematch? Did he give Gentleman Johnny Walker a rematch? Walker never did lose that title, had it stripped from him. Did he offer him a rematch? No. When he defeated me when the title was vacant in January, did he give me a rematch? No. Nowhere to be found was Bobo Brazil Jr. Now, I'm not up here crying about it. I'm telling the facts. And I went ahead and became the tag team champion. And soon thereafter, Bobo reappears. And I remember on this program, his first comments when he was to meet TJ Powers, all of a sudden he's talking about Dallas James. I'll give you that rematch. That's a little late now, pal. But yes, I remember that. He was wrestling the Ninja, and all 4 of us, 5 of us, maybe 6 of us with Lady Luck, come out and just paid him a visit. Put a little pressure on. Yeah, I want to see this because it was nice to see the concern in his eyes because he was definitely concerned. And he better be concerned here coming up very soon in Gentlemen Turn for the Gold because the Four Aces are going to play with the Joker.
Let's take a look at Bobo Brazil Jr. versus the Ninja. Takes Bobo Brazil Jr. back to the canvas. Kick to the back of the neck of Jr. Ninja maintaining the upper hand at this point. Works Bobo into the corner. Karate shot to the stomach. Sends him to the turnbuckle. And here he comes flying over. Vicious elbow into the chest. Puts Bobo back down on the ring apron there. To the canvas. Bobo down. The Ninja having a cover, but Bobo's feet are definitely outside the ropes here and gets, well, the referee called for a break but has not totally gotten the Ninja to disconnect there, and it looks like the referee's not going to follow up on the rules here. Bobo's going to have to work it up on his own. Not getting any breaks from the referee. And again, the Ninja working away at the carotid artery of Bobo Brazil. And Bobo Jr. working his way back up. Again, drives that elbow into the stomach. Again, forceful blast, breaks the hold of the Ninja, who misses. Now look at this. What is this? Is this what Dallas needed to go back to the back? He needed to leave so he could come taunt, come interfere with Bobo Brazil Jr. You know, the referee is still being distracted. Bobo Brazil Jr. still distracted. And there you saw him caught off guard as the professor getting in the way. Series of blows there by the Shadow Ninja. Again, aggressively attacks with the martial arts, and there you see him. There you see him. Johnny Lee, 3 of his aces, and this has got to be this Lady Luck that we were talking about, that we heard about earlier. This has got to be her. But there you see the champion. I think he is ready. It looks like he is ready to bring an end to the distractions and put this title defense to rest. So I think he's ready to set things straight with the Ninja. Beautiful belly-to-belly suplex. Takes him over there. Almost a 3 count. Did not quite get him down there. But I think Bobo's ready to take control after all those distractions and deliver him the weapon of choice of Bobo Brazil Jr., the patented headbutt, the flying headbutt there. I don't see how the Ninja's going to get out of that one. He's got the leg, he's got the 3 count, he has got the title, and he delivers one on the professor. I'd like to see him line up the 4 aces and him deliver right there.
And you can see there what an excellent wrestler Bobo Brazil was and still is. Fans, we hope you've enjoyed our look back, our winter review, but now we'd like to take you for next week's show. Some of the upcoming events you'll see featuring the Good Old Boys. You'll see T-Rex.
I may not be here next week.
You know, I don't think you are on the card for next week, are you?
Wait a minute, is that matches or being here? All right, I got a contract to be here.
That's right. What a shame. But well, who else is going to be there? What do you have planned for classics? Is that?
Well, I think the Kangaroos are our classics next week, and we show them up against the Miller Brothers. Okay. Should be an outstanding matchup.
Great match.
Throughout the time that Dave and I have been working with you, we've both noticed kind of a common feature, and we'd like to present you with this award.
I get an award. What award?
The Woodsy Award.
The Woodsy Award.
The Woodsy Award. We felt all.
Shall I even dare ask?
You know, rather than asking, why don't you just take a look at the monitor and you'll see exactly what this award represents. Up against Big Rig Rollins. The good I'm sure you're familiar with. Dr.
Who?
The Heart Brooks. Are you Bad Medicine? Fans, that's it for this week, but we'll see you again next week for Wrestling Fever.
Woodsy Award.